I'm sure we've heard about Barack Obama's insensitive comments about how a member from the Pride community needs to mentor young boys. I mean, let's start off with for the algorithms, hit the like button every time or if I say something that you agree with, hit the algorithms. Or if I say something that you agree with but you had never thought of yourself. Like the fact that, him talking about mentoring from pride men to little boys, that is a form of grooming. That's basically, I haven't heard anybody say that Barack Obama is calling for young black boys to be groomed in an orientation way, a prideful orientation way. Because you can't have homosexuality without having pedophilia. The two go together. You've got to convince these young boys that it's in their best interest to let a grown man fondle them. It starts with that. And nobody's coming out talking about that. But we all know, or we should know, that Obama is the first prideful president. He lit the White House up in those colors. And I don't know if you've seen the interview with the comedian. That's what you call a female comedian. You don't call her a comedian. You call her a comedian. Joan Rivers was a comedian. And they asked her, will America ever have a gay president? And she was like, we already got one with Obama. Everybody knows. And, a couple weeks later, she dies on the operating table. That's mere coincidence? I don't think so, man. I really don't believe so. And, there's speculation about that Michelle Obama is a transformer. So, I've heard that. You've heard it, too. I'm sure you've seen the video of her or him dancing on Ellen DeGeneres' show with certain things looking like strap-ons swinging in that video. They pointed it out. But, there's no reason for a straight man to be advocating for any type of rainbow type activity. When I was a kid, not when I was a kid, when I was a teacher, I had a kid who was constantly going off about rights for pride people. And, I was wondering, I didn't say it aloud, but I said, why are you, and he was very metrosexual himself, very much so, had, curling his hair and skinny jeans and was a small frame guy, built like a woman. So, it makes you think, but at no point was I going to say to him, yo, are you that way? Because, not that I don't care because I don't care about him. I just don't care to go there because it's a thing that I can't relate to. Like, I couldn't relate to, oh, yeah, I know how it feels to be like that. Or I can't even put off onto him, hey, I know somebody who experienced what you experienced. When I was a teacher, I had a kid come to me and say, hey, would you be friends with a gay person? And I told him, in the context of us working together, sure, we could be colleagues and speak and, be cordial and, work with each other to get projects done and stuff like that. But he wouldn't be a personal friend of mine. He wouldn't be coming to my house, and I wouldn't be meeting him out somewhere to go have a drink, and none of that stuff. About a week or so later, I get an email telling me to come to the office. Oh, wow, what is this? So I go, and I'm told that what I said to the young man was the wrong thing. And, I just took my lecture and didn't say anything, but I'm thinking to myself, I thought teaching was about teaching a kid things that you would want them to know and do just like they were your own kids. So it's obviously not, that's not what the agenda is. The agenda is really to destroy the nuclear family, because if you've got abortion clinics all in the hood and you've got advocacy for mentorship from pride community, what is that going to do? It's not going to teach that young man to go out here and conquer women and start his own family. He's not going to get that message from a homosexual male. Please, he's not. But it is the main thing I want you to draw for it is he's basically ushering in or trying to usher in pedophilia, because you can't have homosexual with straight boys and those boys end up remaining straight. There's just no way. There's no way. And, I look at Obama as like a psyop, like he was put here by the elitists, the powers that be, to destroy the Democratic Party and the nuclear family and the American civilization. And, Barack Obama needs to be put to death. That's not a threat, though, but he's not somebody that's for any community thriving. He's not. Yeah, I'm recording this video on what's today? Wednesday, July 23rd. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to start posting more often now, but I want y'all to start liking the videos so I get motivated to do more content, because I know, ain't no think, I know YouTube is holding these videos back. My view count before I took a little hiatus, I was getting like only on most videos, my videos average about 700 views a video, but most of them at one point was around 200, and then I took a hiatus, and now I can't get them up past 100. So I need your help.